Welcome to NC Wine Snobs as we savor the world one sip at a time. In this episode of NC Wine Snobs on Vacation, we visited Hardball Cider.
So, a beautiful day today at Hardball Cider. We do something a little bit different this time, focusing on, actually, they do ciders and wines. So we've got 6 ciders to try today and 2 wines, and here we go.
Yeah, the first one is a margarita base, actually the base on all of these ciders is apple, but this is a margarita flavor. And it smells like apple and margarita. Boy, that lime is really on the back end.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it does smell like a margarita. That citrus and that, it's kind of weird, maybe it's playing with my head, but I can almost smell the tequila, even though there is no tequila in it.
So they press all their own apples here. When we drove in, we saw apples on the trees. Even some really small trees had apples on them. Green and red apples.
That could get somebody into a lot of trouble. Yeah, I think if you put that in front of somebody, didn't tell them what it was, I think they would say margarita.
A little sweeter than some margaritas.
Yeah.
But man, crushed ice, a little salt.
Tastes as advertised.
Absolutely. And it's delicious.
Off to a strong start, Hardball.
Next up is tangerine. It's kind of a pale yellow color. And it smells like I just peeled tangerine. It's got some tartness to it. Definitely tangerine.
Wow. Yep. A little bit of sweetness to it. I mean, not a whole lot, but a little bit of sweetness up front. Has kind of a nice little tart middle and finish. No doubt the apple's kind of shining through that part.
I can just imagine when you peel back a tangerine, you get that little floof of
Spray. Yep.
Next up is blueberry. It's a pale pink color. Fresh blueberries. And not super sweet for a blueberry. It's got a nice blueberry flavor. But ripe blueberries, it doesn't have that sharpness that you get from underripe blueberries.
I don't get much of an aroma at all, to tell you the truth.
Huh, okay.
But yeah, it kind of the same thing, right? That upfront sweetness, a little bit of a nice tart in the middle and at the end that gives it some really nice balance. All these flavors will have a baseball theme to them, hence Hardball Cider. And yeah, we'll have those in the description below.
So the first 3 we had, the margarita was cider-rita. The second one, the tangerine, is peeling third, which is perfect because we talked about it.
Yep, that fresh.
Peeling that
Tangerine.
And then the third one is a semi-sweet blueberry, and it's Hey Blue. So now we're on to number 4, which is Rise Ball, which is a semi-sweet raspberry.
The color does not say raspberry.
No, the color I would say peach.
Yeah, definitely.
The nose says raspberry. And the flavor is raspberry. And it's definitely a little more on the sweet side.
Oh yeah, yep. That's it up and smack you around a little bit, raspberry.
So if you like your fruit flavors, if you get into the fruity alcohol profiles, I'd say Hardball is a good choice.
Now, none of these has been a super sweet cider so far. I mean, they've got some sweetness to them, but really nice balance. A lot of tartness to them too. That's very, very nice and refreshing. But not dry ciders either, right? So these aren't going to be the kind of ciders where it's just, straight dry apple flavors either. There's some really good refreshing and some nice balance to them.
Absolutely. So next up is one called Whitewash.
What do you call that? A light straw color
Yeah.
to
light
it?
straw
too?
color.
Yeah.
That has some tartness to it.
It smells of peach. I mean, that's a straight up peach smell.
I think it's a fuzzy peach.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
that skin tartness.
That's good too. Wow.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. So the next one intrigues me. It's called Sweet Spot, and it is a chocolate cider.
Oh, this should be fun.
So chocolate covered apples?
Let's find out.
Okay. It smells like cocoa. That's good. Definitely a sweet spot. I mean, looking at it, you would have no idea what it is.
I mean, the aroma is chocolate, but it's not like, Hershey's chocolate or Nestle's chocolate or anything like that. I mean, it's the smell is chocolate, but it's not like a name brand chocolate that you could be familiar with. Just kind of a generic.
Cocoa beans.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that different?
It is. It is a bit like drinking a bubbly chocolate bar. the mouth feel and the flavor just simply do not go together. Very interesting. Very interesting. So they do make 4 wines here. We're going to do 2 of them today. The first one is a Cab Franc.
Very dark, almost purple in color. Quite fruity with some chocolatey notes to it. Now, hopefully that's not from the last tasting of Sweet Spot.
Let's try. Remember, 3-sip rule.
Yeah, I'd say red berry sweetness, like dark red fruit. Um, some leathery notes, some smokiness. Still maybe might be a little chocolate there.
A little bit of fruitiness to the aroma. Actually, like tropical fruits and maybe like raspberries and maybe a hint of strawberry.
I think that's a really good Cab Franc. Considering their hardball cider, I would expect that their expertise is in apples. But that's a pretty decent red wine.
That is. Hint of smoke, hint of leathery. Some like dark fruits. There's actually almost a bitterness to it that it's not unpleasant.
It's a nice contrast to all the ciders.
It is a sharp contrast to the sweetness of the ciders. Yeah, we did this in the wrong order. We should have done the wine first. But yeah, there you have it. Cab Franc, the wine from the Hardball Cidery.
Okay, last up at Hardball Cidery is a Vidal Blanc wine, and it looks like water. It's kind of hard to tell in a frosted plastic cup, but it's pretty darn clear. A little fruitiness on the nose. Sweet grapey flavor. Now the sweetness of this is more in line with the sweetest of the ciders we've had. Maybe a little honeysuckle. And just like white grocery store grapes.
A lot of citrus on the nose.
Yeah, I could say a little lemon in the flavor profile too.
You know, it's sweet up front. It's fruit sweet up front, not like sugar sweet up front. Kind of a medium mouthfeel. This is borderline front porch sipping wine. Out of a plastic cup.
And I would say it's the sweetest thing we've had. I think it's sweeter than the ciders.
Maybe with the exception of Sweet Spot.
Okay.
Because I mean, it doesn't stay sweet, and it doesn't have a tart finish. Yeah, I mean that would go well with a lot of food too.
It's kind of got that perfectly sweetened glass of iced tea sweetness. It's not super sweet. It's not sure. It's not, well, I guess iced tea you do have sugar in it, but I agree, it's more fruit sweet than it is sugar sweet. So there you have it. 6 ciders, 2 wines. I'd say a little something from everybody. They also have beer, and we selected all of their ciders because that's or cidery.
Well, and so the wines are theirs, the ciders are theirs, the beers are from local breweries. So
Okay,
it's not their beer,
gotcha.
and nothing wrong with that. But just if you're looking for to try the things that they produce, which is what we're after, the beers are from area breweries, whereas the ciders and the wines are theirs. So definitely worth the drive and worth checking out. Hardball Cidery and Winery.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on.